The best product leaders aren't just product managers. They are part psychologists, part economists, part strategists. They see the world through a lens of first principles. But how do you move from theory to practice? How do you stop being a victim of chaos and start being the architect of your own outcomes? This is the Sovereign PM, the podcast that deconstructs the ideas of product strategist Schwarzkopf to give you a more powerful way to think and lead. It's time to own your outcomes. Let's begin.
We get remarkably good, don't we, at operating the machine we've built. And yet, that very success, it can become this silent killer of innovation, complacency.
Yeah, the creek said.
So today, we're doing a deep dive into something called the hot shot rule. It's a mental model, really, designed to sort of fracture that inertia.
A way to shake things up.
Exactly. Our mission here is to deconstruct how it works, how it forces, genuinely fresh perspectives and helps build that action-based confidence for senior product leaders like you. It's like a defense, really, against getting too comfortable.
It's such a critical challenge. I mean, as product leaders, we master our domains, right? We build these detailed roadmaps, we run the sprints, optimize everything.
Make it efficient.
Super efficient. And that is success, but those very routines, the ones that served us so well, they can harden, become rigid. We get so comfortable, maybe too comfortable, that we end up being victims of our own progress.
And miss the big stuff.
Yeah, missing huge opportunities, or sometimes the big risks staring us right in the face. That's the heart of the problem, I think.
That's the hidden danger, isn't it? The
Yeah.
better we are at just maintaining things, the less we feel the need to question anything. And confidence. It strikes me, it's not static. It's not something you just have. You build it, right? Through doing things. It's easier to be bold when, your back's against the wall. But the real test, and where that complacency really digs in, is when things are just cruising. Everything looks fine on the surface.
Precisely.
Yeah.
And this is where this idea, Kat Cole's hot shot rule, it offers this really counterintuitive solution. It's actually quite simple. A thought experiment, like a weekly ritual for self-coaching.
Okay.
Designed specifically to break those patterns we just talked about. Violently, almost.
Okay, so let's unpack that. This weekly ritual, how does it actually force us to see our own blind spots? What are the steps?
Right. So step one,
Okay.
visualize your role. And this isn't about your to-do list for the day. It's zooming out, thinking strategically about untapped potential for your product, your team, the whole system.
Bigger picture thinking.
Exactly. Second, you summon your hot shot. This is the imaginative part, and it's key. You picture being replaced, like today, by someone brilliant, someone you really respect, maybe even slightly fear.
Okay.
Someone you know would just come in and challenge everything. Picture them sitting at your desk. Now.
Got it. A bit confronting.
It is. Then, third step, you ask the one really brutally honest question. What is the one thing this hot shot would do differently on their very first day to immediately improve things? Not small tweaks, something fundamental.
Wow. Okay. That question. It cuts through the usual excuses we tell ourselves, doesn't it? So what happens after that moment of uncomfortable truth? Is there an action piece? Because insights without action are...
Useless. Yes, absolutely. Step 4 is non-negotiable. Act on that insight within 24 hours. Your brain just served up the hard, necessary thing you've probably been putting off.
The uncomfortable thing.
Usually, yeah. You have to take that action right away. And then finally, step 5, which is so important for trust. Communicate with vulnerability. Don't sweep it under the rug or pretend it was your plan all along.
Ah, interesting.
Be transparent. Say, hey, team, look, I realize I probably should have addressed this sooner. My bad. But I'm doing it now, and here's what we're going to do. That kind of honesty, it builds huge credibility.
That transparency piece, admitting you missed something, it feels counterintuitive for a lot of leaders, I think. But I can see how powerful it would be. Okay, let's make this concrete. How does this look in the, the day-to-day trenches of product management? Give us some scenarios.
Sure. Okay, think about the classic zombie feature. The one legacy thing, barely gets used, no real strategic value anymore, but it just hangs around.
Yeah, everyone has one, or 5.
Right. A hot shot coming in fresh. They wouldn't tolerate that. They'd pull the data, see the terrible engagement, and ask, why are we still pouring resources into this? And bang, within 24 hours, you'd be scheduling a meeting, data in hand, proposing to kill it. Free up that team capacity.
So it forces reevaluation of assumptions.
Mercilessly. Or what about that difficult stakeholder? The one who constantly throws a wrench in the roadmap with last-minute demands.
Ugh, yes. That's a system problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
A hotshot sees it as a system defect. They wouldn't just keep reacting. They'd address the process head on, respectfully but firmly. Within 24 hours, you'd send a note like, hey, can we chat briefly? I want to find a better way to integrate your valuable ideas earlier in the process. It's about fixing the system, not just the symptom.
Tackling the friction point directly.
Yes. And even, say, unspoken team tension, that little bit of friction you notice between engineers that's maybe starting to slow things down. A good hotshot, someone of high EQ, wouldn't just hope it goes away.
No, that stuff festers.
It does. They'd schedule immediate, empathetic one-on-ones, address it directly before it impacts velocity or morale in a big way. It's applying that systems thinking to people dynamics too,
Yeah.
proactively.
This feels like much more than just a tactic then. If you're doing this weekly, what does that really mean for a leader long term? It sounds transformative.
It absolutely is. The real power, the compounding effect, comes from doing it consistently, week after week. Just imagine taking 52 bold, necessary actions every year, actions you might have otherwise put off forever.
Yeah, that adds up quickly.
You build this deep, unshakable confidence. Not just confidence in managing, but confidence in your ability to actually lead and drive real change. And just as importantly, you build a reputation for action, for being honest, for vulnerability even, and for constantly looking to improve things. People start bringing you problems earlier. They even start bringing you solutions because they know you're someone who genuinely wants to make the whole system work better. It's not just a tactic, you're right. It's about fundamentally changing your leadership presence, maybe even the whole operating system of your product org, which I guess raises a pretty important question for you, the leader listening, who's already pretty good at operating the machine. What is the one thing your hotshot would do differently tomorrow to fundamentally improve your situation?
And that brings us to the end of this debrief. Our goal is to give you not just ideas, but a more powerful way to think. If you found value in this discussion, the best way to support this work is to give this episode a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a future session. And if you know a fellow product leader who is wrestling with these same challenges, feel free to share this episode with them. As always, you can find the link to the original in-depth article by Karsten Schwarzkopf directly in the description below. Thank you for your time and your attention. Stay sovereign.